people are friendly and all the dogs are cute, so it's really good experience for my father and I. Before we continue and do the second part of our act, I want to talk a little bit about my father's history and kind of how he got started in this and training dogs. My father, when he was a kid, he didn't have his father. And he didn't have any food, and he actually didn't even have any shoes. He was just like the sponsored kids that you see on TV nowadays. That's how he was for a while. Now, he did whatever he could do to bring in food or money for the family. He would peel potatoes all day, he would sell spices on the street, he'd sell newspapers on the street, and after spending so much time on the street, in Chile there's actually a really big amount of stray dogs. So after, every day on the street he saw a cute dog, and he took it home immediately. Well, for him it was home. For us it would be a box, kind of. That's what they lived in. So he trained this dog, and my father was telling me before the show, he said, make sure to say that the dog was very smart, because it had to survive on the streets, so it has to know what it's doing. And because of the fact that this dog was so smart, it led my dad to really want to train more dogs. He said it learned tricks really rapidly, even though he was an amateur and he didn't know how to train dogs at that time. So for him it was really exciting, and that's what got his career started. So after he taught this one dog a couple tricks, he got 2 more dogs. And his mother saw the tricks that they could do, and she said, wow, this kid really has a knack for treating dogs. So they booked themselves wherever, sometimes the side of the road, sometimes schools. Whatever they could do to bring in anything for the family, that's what they did. And his brother joined him a year later. So they caught the attention of circuses down in Chile. There's many, many circuses down there, and they wanted him on their shows. So they started doing a couple different shows down in Chile, and that slowly led to tours of different countries in South America. So they did Argentina, Bolivia, Peru, and when they were in Peru in 1988, Mr. Vargas, he's the owner of a Circus Vargas in California, he was originally coming to find a flying act, but he saw the dogs and he goes, wow, you guys are great, I want to take you. But for them, they thought it was a joke at first, because they grew up in such a negative environment that they didn't think that anybody would give them an offer like that, As soon as they were touring South America, they thought, wow, look what we've done. This is going to be the rest of our life. But my father said he never even dreamed of coming to America. But little did they know, after Mr. Vargas talked to them, 3 months after that, they were already in California. And within the first year of being here, they performed for Michael Jackson. They were in a scene from the movie The Doors. So for them, it's like they got here, and it was like the American dream. Like, I never was in a movie, I never performed for Michael Jackson, but they did. So it's a crazy story, because that's what you see in the movies, and that's what happened to them. And ever since then, it's just been uphill. I mean, hard work and dedication. My mother and father always tell me, it doesn't matter where you come from or what you do. If you really love it, and if you're dedicated and you're patient, things will happen for you. And it has. I mean, America's Got Talent is just another achievement of my father's hard work and dedication. And I've been working with him since I was 5, so I've been able to do this for 14 years and to represent him. And for me as a son, that's amazing, because I don't think there's a lot of kids out there that are able to represent their parents the way that I do. So for me, it's a very big honor, because he is a huge role model for me. So I mean, I love him to death, and it makes me feel so good to be able to talk for him and tell his story to people that haven't heard it yet. So I want to thank you all again for coming out. We'll start the second part of our performance now. And again, thank you, Yukonuba, for having us. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy it.
Let's give a big round of applause for the Olates and their dogs, the 2012 America's Got Talent winners. Thank you so much. And thank you to UPU and the AKC for putting on this production. And come again next year for the Celebrate Dogs Mega Dog Show, the largest in the world. Next up we have Twig and Chili, the skateboarding shelter, which will be over here. Following which we have the